G'day guys, welcome to another COVID lockdown video. Today is day 67 since we first went into lockdown, but as I've mentioned, I'm going to be talking about in this video, we're really not in lockdown anymore, and in fact I'm thinking I'll probably only do this series for another week or two as things start slowing down, and we'll start moving into some other content. But this week for us, it's been a huge week, and the main reason for that is because my wife has gone back to work after having a year off, having our daughter Grace. So Grace is now 11 months old. My wife went back to work on Tuesday, which meant I officially became the stay-at-home dad, or house husband is the term I'm more preferring. So I finished work up about 2 months ago. We were meant to be having a Queensland holiday and that. Instead we've had a corona lockdown. Is what it is. We've still had a great time with our ups and downs as well, as you've seen in this series. But yeah, this week it's all sort of changed. So my wife is still working from home, so she's around and we see her a little bit during the day, but mostly it's me and the daughter doing our thing. Now, thankfully things are starting to open up a little bit, so my daughter and I were able to go for lunch at a cafe, get out and do a bit of shopping, and we've done a few small walks around the place. Obviously the weather's starting to crack up this time of year. It's a bit hit and miss, but we're trying to get out for a walk most days. So it has been really good. It's strange after it being the three of us 24/7 basically for the last 2 months or so to now have my wife separate from us. So it's a bit weird and it's going to take some getting used to. Also this week a big thing that happened is we saw my family again for the first time in that 60 days. So they came round for tea, my sisters and my sister's kids, and then they came round again today. We had lunch together and then we went for a walk as a group. So it was really good to see them again. Obviously 2 months without family for a family guy like me who usually sees them nearly every week and sometimes multiple times a week. It has been weird, and we've done the video calls and that, it's not quite the same though. So yeah, it was really good to have everyone together. Grace, my daughter, and my nephew Ollie got along really well, because obviously Grace has grown from a little baby into a little girl in that time. So yeah, they were able to play together, and that was really nice to see. Also this week I got a delivery of Chasing Graves by Ben Galley. So he's an indie author, so a self-published author who I've been following on social media just during quarantine. Lots of authors have been doing ads for their books during lockdown. Obviously smart thing to do on social media, and me being into books and fantasy in particular, lots of them have been jumping up on my Facebook, and I have started following a number of new authors, but Ben's particularly jumped out at me because I like the look of and the sound of his books. You can see from the cover there's a bit of an undead thing, and this one's got quite an undead theme. But as well as liking the sound of his books and stories, he's also really active on social media, so really looking forward to that. I'm actually still finishing up my other book, so I'm probably going to be another few days from starting it, but I'm really keen to get into that series. If you like fantasy books and you're looking for something new, I will throw a link to his stuff in the description below, because even though I haven't started reading it, the bits I have had a look at sound really good. Now, Corona itself, no new cases in Tasmania, so all week it's been no cases, which is obviously really good. There's still a few active cases, mostly in the northwest still, but yeah, no new cases in the whole of the state. So things are looking really good down here. Things are starting to open up. We went out for lunch twice in the last week, and still not lots of people dining out, but you're starting to see it. And my wife went out on Saturday with some friends for lunch, and she said being the weekend it was a lot more people dining out, so that's really good to see, really good for these small businesses to start having people in their doors and dining in, as well as the takeaway option. And the other thing my wife and I did was on Friday night, Grace went to my wife's auntie's place to be looked after, and we dressed up and went out for tea. Went to Sapper Rose in the city, which was really nice, just to sit down for the two of us and have tea and some adult time anyway, but we particularly like it there. Really good food. There was only one other couple in the place, so still very quiet there. But we did dine very early. We had tea at 5 because obviously need to get dined and back home in time for Grace to go to bed. So yeah, that was just really nice to have some time as a couple and just to be able to reflect on our first week in our changed lifestyles. And yeah, we're really happy. Things are going really well for us, and I think that's about it. So as I say, I'll probably do 1, maybe 2 more of these guys if cases keep being 0, though. Really, that's the end of our Corona lockdown series because we're not locking down and Corona is hopefully going to keep staying away. Alright, see you in the next one.
Boo. Get up. Boo. Where is he?